Hi, just a quick one today. I speak a lot about mental health and I speak a lot about stress management because unless you have that in place first, then all the exercise and all the, crazy diets aren't going to do a bloody thing. All right. We need to have some sort of foundation in place first before we start taking on the bigger things. So I spoke yesterday about Are You Okay Day and about regulating the nervous system and about connection. And I want to give you a simple tool so you can reconnect into your own body and you can start to regulate your nervous system by yourself, especially if you've encountered some stress throughout the day. That might be in any sort of thing. It might be in the shape of road rage, or it might be in the shape of, a pretty hard phone call that you've had to take, any sort of pressures at work. Obviously the body will sense that as a threat. Any sort of stress is a threat, and we need to regulate the nervous system in order to come out of that. I've got a guide on this, which I'll leave a link in the comments. So let me know if you'd like that, because I think it's really important to be able to regulate your nervous system regularly in regular intervals so that you can start to get on top of these things. Once we start to incorporate this practice, well, then we can start to talk about, nutrition, diet, exercise, and all that sort of stuff. In order to regulate the nervous system, the simplest thing to do is to feel. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, it's feeling. Yeah, well, look, you're a bloody human, all right? So unfortunately, you need to feel things, and the more you deny it, the more you're dysregulating yourself and reinforcing the stress cycle. You're only causing yourself more tension and more stress rather than actually being healthy and feeling things straight away. So the easiest way to do this, I've found over the years, is to pay attention, because emotion is sensation, okay? Yes, we have a story attached. He said this, she said that, that went this way. That's all bullshit, all right? What happens is the event happens. Once we interpret the event, we can create a story around it, but initially the emotional side of things is a sensation in the body. We're gonna feel it somewhere. So we really need to pay attention to where that is. So give yourself 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever it is, breathe, and feel in your body where you feel that emotion, especially when you're angry. Let's say you're angry, let's say you're frustrated. Feel where you feel, find where you feel that emotion. You might feel it in your chest, you might feel it in your stomach, you might feel it in your throat, you might feel some sort of constriction. Find where you feel it, and then try and think about, or feel more, what you're feeling. What's the sensation like? Like I said, is it a constriction? Is it a pressure? Is it a heat? Is it a vibration? What does it feel like? All right, what is the sensation you're feeling? All right, once you do that, you start to acknowledge the feeling that you're having. You're not reacting to it because you're just paying attention to it. You're calming your nervous system and reminding it that it's safe to deal with whatever's next. All right, practicing that pause. And one really simple tip that I give to a lot of my clients is when they're doing this, time it. Get your watch out, get a phone out, find the sensation, hit start on your stopwatch, and time how long that sensation stays there in exactly that volume, in exactly that intensity. How long is it hanging around? You'll probably find it somewhere around 90 seconds. It may be a little bit longer, it may be a little bit less, depending on the severity and depending on the intensity. But just pay attention to it. Does it change? Does it waver? Does it change position? What happens to it? Notice it. And then you can go about your day. It's 2 minutes. You've got 2 minutes, and you'll be doing your nervous system a favor. Once you start to regulate the nervous system, then you can start to take logical, progressive action towards whatever the task is. But if you're reacting out of emotion, obviously that's not going to be conducive to what you want to achieve. Hope that helps.